Hey everyone, this is Suresh from Mind is a Monkey coming at you guys with another episode of Let's Check Out Some Diecast. I am very excited about today's video because I had been kind of planning this out in my mind for some time now, and finally today I got the time on my hands to kind of like bring them all together and create this video. Today's video is about the Kool Kombi. This is definitely one of my top 10 favorite castings in Hot Wheels. And this is definitely a collector's favorite, right? Whenever they release a Kool Kombi, whenever Hot Wheels releases a Kool Kombi that year, I mean, you definitely know that collectors are going to be looking for that everywhere, right? So the Kool Kombi has a very interesting history. So the Hot Wheels wiki says that the Kool Kombi portrays a first generation, a split window Volkswagen Type 2 minibus. And the Hot Wheels is kind of like a shorter delivery version with the tail open and surfboards jutting out of the back. And these are supposed to be tiny wheels, like, you know, I mean, that prevent the vehicle from tipping or falling down, or when it does a wheelie, you know, something like that, right? So really a cool casting, and you know, this went on to be like a collector favorite in such a short time. Honestly, you know, I mean, the opinion may vary a little, but I somehow think that this is one legendary casting that has seen pretty much all the treatments that it can get from Hot Wheels, you know. So the reason I'm saying that is because the Kool Kombi was released in 2013, and in just 14 years, right? So, sorry, my math was totally off there. In just 11 years, right? So this is the year 2024. So in just 11 years, Hot Wheels has released 32 models of this particular variation, right? Of this particular casting. How cool is that, right? So this has been released as a mainline, which is like a single pack. This has been released as a mainline in a multi-pack. This has been both the regular and the super treasure hunt. And the fun fact is that the year it was introduced, 2013, that was also the year in which it became a toy fair model, right? So Mattel has this annual event where it has toy fairs, and you know, every vendor who participates in that gets an exclusive casting. That is one of the most exclusive castings in Mattel releases, right? Because in order to get your hands on a toy fair model, you actually have to be a vendor who sets up there or who attends that toy fair. I don't know a lot, but this is kind of like the basic information that I have about toy fair. So in the same year that it was introduced as a mainline, which is 2013, it was also the toy fair model, right? So the toy fair model is like a Spectra Flame version with real riders, you know, and an acrylic case of this particular model. It's a really cool a model that has predominantly made appearances in Surf's Up miniseries. So circling back to the point, so it's been a mainline, it's been a multi-pack model, it's been both a regular and a super treasure hunt, it's been a toy fair model, and it has been convention models, right? So it has been part of the 2015 annual convention and the 2021 Nationals Convention. And in not just the United States, it has also been a Mexico convention model. So I think the model was called Juca Vipri, after this person, Juca, who actually owns a real life sized Kool Kombi. And he literally like drives it around and everything. It's really cool, right? So it's seen all the conventions, and it has been released as two red editions. So one was when red edition started way back in 2017, and the other one was more recent in 2021, the Hello Kitty red edition. And it has been pop culture. It has been part of Boulevards. It has it has been in Walmart exclusive assortments like the Beatles miniseries, and you know, I mean the Disney miniseries with you know, this was a collector's favorite. Everybody was looking for it because especially since it had the Nightmare Before Christmas and how a lot of people could relate it to their childhood and everything. So, and finally, you know, Last year, it finally received the Zamac treatment from Metal. I had been kind of like, complaining, for the lack of a better word. So I had been complaining that, hey, I mean, why has the Kool Kombi, received all the treatments, but it has never been a Zamac? And I was like so happy when Mattel actually made a Zamac model of this Kool Kombi, and that too, like on Moon Eye's livery and stuff like that, right? So I was really happy when Mattel put out a Zamac variation of the Kool Kombi that was in 2023, I guess. Yes, that was last year. Yep. So that is how cool this, this casting is. And today's video coincided with what arrived in the mail. I am very excited to show you the 2024 Legends Tour model, which is the Kool Kombi. So we will be opening this one up and we will be checking it out. And I am so glad because, I was really rooting for the Kool Kombi to be a Legends model. I mean, why not, right? As we know, the Hot Wheels Legends Tour started in 2019. And since then, they have been commemorating the Legends Tour with a collector's model, right? So it all started with the Datsun Bluebird in 2019, followed by the 55 Chevy Bel Air Gasser in 2020. And that, I think that is when they started selling it online, right? Because that was also the time when COVID set and everything. So a lot of things were virtual. So that kind of, enabled a lot of collectors who were not able to go to the events because not everyone had been living near a place where one of these tours happened, right? So, and then we have had the 83 Chevy Silverado, the R32 Skyline, and then followed by the Honda S2K, and now, so I think this is like the 6th year of Legends. And finally, this is almost like a dream come true for me because, not just because, it's a super cool model, but, all the Legends models so far, they have been modeled after the livery that's carried by the Super Treasure Hunt, right? So right from the Datsun Bluebird 510 wagon and through the 55 Chevy Bel Air Gasser, the Silverado, the Skyline and the S2K, these were all released as Super Treasure Hunts, and the Legends model will carry the exact deco. Right there, you see it's Surf Shop, but of course they do it in a different color so that it stands it stands apart as an Legends exclusive model. So but the thing is, it always takes off after the deco that was used for the Super Treasure Hunt. So I literally, because the Kool Kombi happens to be one of my top favorite castings, I literally used to post on Instagram tagging the Hot Wheels Dream Team and everyone saying that, hey, I mean, I think, the Kool Kombi is a really good candidate for upcoming Legends model. And I'm really glad that, I'm not sure if this was something that they already had in the works or if my post helped, but, I would like to assume that it was my post helped, thereby I'm going to be like extra pumped about it, right? So in a short while, we will open this Legends Kool Kombi up, but, and this one happens to be the 32nd release, Hot Wheels release of the Kool Kombi casting. So probably the ones that I'm missing, I think the only one that I'm missing is the Toy Fair model. Yeah, I happen to have both the conventions, both the convention exclusives from the annual convention and the nationals, but I just never opened them so far, so they are still in package. And I remember I have the acrylic case, the Juka Vipri Kool Kombi somewhere, and so yeah, so that's I have pretty much all the castings. I'm thankful that I have all the castings. Yes, I forgot to mention, there was also an RLC release. You guys might remember the super cool M&M Kool Kombi, right? That golden spectre flame. So that was an RLC release. So, it goes to say that the Kool Kombi has pretty much gotten every single treatment, that a car could possibly have got at Mattel, right? If you really jump into the details, probably, the two things that come to my mind were that it was never released as a mystery model, and it was also never released as an ID model. So that's probably the only two things that got missed out. Right? But other than that, it has got the premium treatment and all the exclusive treatment somebody can think of when it comes to a casting. All right. So I also wanted to take this chance and open up a couple of other models that I had been putting away for some time. So this one is a recent remake of the older pop culture Kool Kombi casting, but apparently the only difference is that, I will be able to show you the difference once I open it. This was a 2023 remake of the same casting, the Barbie casting, for some reason. Honestly, pretty much everything is the same, right? The roof, the paint job, the tires, the hubs, everything. The only thing is that the 2023 version has some additional detail on the headlights, if you see here, right? Do you see it? That's the only difference between this older release and the 2023 pop culture. But hey, like I've said many times earlier, many of us happen to be completionists when it comes to our favorite castings, right? So I definitely had to go ahead and get that. And this was also a 2023 release. This was a premium release. It was released as part of the other, decos, the Dairy Delivery, the Kool Kombi, the Nissan Skyline van, the K&N, and the American Racing Mercury Comet Cyclone. So I think these were all like racing sponsors, right? Predominantly the variations that you see here, right? So they're all like racing sponsors. So I back Kool Kombi. There we have it. Pretty cool contrasting shades of red and white there. So, yep. And so now, I was thrilled when, someone posted in my local Hot Wheels Club page that these were actually available on sale at the Legends site. So, we were thrilled because we honestly did not know if it would come online for a sale online, but it was pretty cool. They charge you like somewhere between 35 and 40 bucks for this bundle of a model and a pin. I am also kind of like crazy about pins, so this was definitely kind of like a go-getter for me, right? So with the shipping, it comes to around 50 bucks in the United States, right? But definitely kind of if you don't have the tour happening somewhere near you, it's definitely a good option to get this online. But the only flip side was they took a while to ship this. I think it's been at least 2 weeks since I ordered it. So compared to the other things that we are so used to getting delivered quickly, this took a while. So that was the only flip side. But they may have their reasoning, like they may have been short-staffed and whatnot, right? So anyway, no complaints there. Let's go ahead and celebrate the 32nd release of the Hot Wheels Kool Kombi, and coinciding with the Legends release of 2024. And when it comes to this particular one, I don't like to kind of like rip it off like that. So because sometimes I like to preserve these cards. So I'm gonna kind of like take a box cutter and open it a little more gracefully. Some of the hardcore DLM fans might be a little upset, but I like to save some of the cards. Yeah, there you have it. There, wow. I really like the paint scheme they chose for this. It's a beautiful color. The color really pops, and the fact that it's gonna serve as a companion model to my other favorite casting in the collection, which is nothing but the Super, right? So it's beautiful, right? So let's check some of those details out. It's beautiful. It's got a base code of S48. Of course, I don't have a base code here, but really cool. The thing that I like about this scheme is the wooden paneling, right? So you see the wooden paneling. So this is the regular version, basic version of the Super Treasure Hunt, and now this is the Legends counterpart of the Super Treasure Hunt. Really beautiful car, like nice interiors. Yeah, I hope you're getting in on the interiors. Wow, that legendary VW signage on the front. Hot Wheels Surf Shop. Too bad it doesn't have a tailplate, else they could have got, kind of very innovative with what they put on the tailplate for this, right? All in all, a very, very beautiful casting, and I'm just so thrilled that, it got both the Zamac treatment and the Legends treatment now, right? Because I really think this casting is definitely, that's what it is. It is a legend, right? Because, introduced just in 2013 and just in 11 years, it's seen so many releases. So that should kind of like give you an idea of what a collector favorite, what a fan favorite casting this one is. So, so that's basically what I had for you guys today. If you are a fan of the Kool Kombi casting, I strongly suggest you go to the site and get snag yourself a piece while stocks still last. So till I meet you guys in another episode of Let's Check Out Some Diecast, this is Suresh signing off. Hope you have a wonderful long weekend, and rock on and stay awesome. Take care, you guys. Bye.